Good day. My name is Kenneth Kersiutud. I am currently a third-year college student taking up Bachelor of Science in Architecture at Silliman University. Question 2. What are the advantages and disadvantages of virtual learning for you? The advantage of virtual learning for me is that you can cope with your classes at anywhere and anytime, depending on the availability of internet service. And in our case now, it lessens the probability of exposing yourself from other people due to the threat of the virus. Likewise, the disadvantage of these new platforms is that not everyone has the capability to provide the needs to support online classes, like gadgets, internet, and many more. Question 3. What are your struggles and how do you cope up with it? In my case, the availability of materials needed for our drawing exercises and projects doesn't sometimes meet due to lack and or demand for the establishments. So the solution for me is to order some of these materials through online shopping platforms. Second, some of our plates need to be passed physically to be checked upon by our professors. So we need to go that extra mile sometimes to pay for the delivery fee because some of us are not from Dumaguete. Question 4. What makes virtual learning different from the face-to-face learning? Virtual learning is okay, but I think it needs to be re-evaluated from the higher offices. Give some proper research and budget so the learners won't have difficulties in coping up with the classes. Face-to-face classes for me is still the best way to learn and nourish knowledge because you have someone to rely on to learn.
Hi, this is Brian Dilandila of Saranga National High School from Manukanwan District. I am grade 7 advisor, teaching grade 7 English, grade 8 English, and grade 8 Filipino. Now I'm going to answer some of the questions that were given to me. First question is that, what are the disadvantages and advantages of modular teaching? Now I have here first is the advantage. The advantage of the modular teaching we have right now is that teachers were given more enough time in making school works and other school reports that have to be submitted on time. Also, teachers were having enough time and great chances in engaging themselves on many or numerous webinars that help them improve their teaching strategies and teaching styles. And they also have this advantage here, and the disadvantage is that the relationship between student and teacher will be more impossible. That the student's difficulty will be hard for the teachers for them to determine and to help the students to be more equipped in the near future. Because of that style, it is very impossible for them to reach out the teacher and for them to ask for help and assistance. Also, the student's progress will be unknown to the teacher. Okay, now for the second question. What are your struggles and how do you cope up with it? Now, my struggle as a teacher in modular teaching is that students' progress is uncertain. I am not certain with the progress of my students because I don't know if they are the one who are answering their modules or not. We have also students' difficulties and strengths will not be defined. I cannot define all of their weaknesses and strengths because I did not physically interact with them. So I cannot help if they have any difficulties, and I cannot encourage them if they have that certain strength. Also, modules were being retrieved. Some of them were not being answered properly. Okay, because there is no help of a teacher, so I'm struggling with it, how to check with it, how to mark them. And to cope up them, I am adjusting to the reality. I am just talking to their parents and giving them more advices, especially on the instructions that we're having in the modules. That will be the only one to cope up with it. For the last question, what makes modular teaching different from face-to-face teaching? Okay, in face-to-face teaching, you can interact with the students directly, where social relationship will be molded better. And then, while in modular teaching, you cannot do that. Also, in face-to-face teaching, better understanding with the student and teacher on participating on a particular task will be elucidated well. The teacher can help the student on understanding what they cannot understand, or they can help the student if there is any difficulty encountered by the students. You can cater assistance to those who needed the most, especially those who are slow learners. You can also encourage those fast learners to develop their skills more. That is the difference, the big difference of face-to-face teaching and the modular teaching. You can do everything you wanted to impose in the classroom, but now in the modular teaching, you cannot do that. You can only imagine on how the teaching are going on their home learning. You can also encourage or strengthen the strength of the students that you are facing if they are in a face-to-face teaching.